Hey guys, fishing and stuff. Today, we're making some homemade fishing lures. And I believe they're gonna turn out awesome. So you might wanna stick around. Now I love making my own lures, and I actually got several videos on me making lures. And at the end of some of my hack videos, I've made some crazy lures just to make people laugh, and they kind of like them. So today, I'm going to Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to look around, and I'm going to see if I can find material to make different kinds of lures, because it sounds like fun. It's not that hard to come up with different types of lures. You just gotta put a little creativity into it. And if you love doing DIYs, then that's simple. And speaking of DIYs, if you've not checked out my homepage, go check it out, because I got a lot of DIYs on there and you'll probably find something you like. And if you do, click subscribe and click the bell so that YouTube will notify you when I post videos and you can watch them. Well, let's go ahead and get into this lure making, because it sounds like fun. Handmade lure number one. Everybody knows what a spoon is. This is a spoon, and this is a spoon too. But what if you took a spoon and made a spoon? Well, I did that on a video a while back. It was a hack video that I did, and I took a spoon and made a spoon, and it turned out pretty cool. I was thinking, what if you took a spoon and you and then you drilled two. And of course you gotta make sure you put on your oh, and we're gonna need a hook. But if we did do all that, we just made a spoon out of a spoon. But really, the cool thing about it is, it works great. And my subscribers point out something that I didn't think about. You can use the handle to make a jig too. And that there is just awesome. Handmade lure number two. On another hack video, I took a quarter and I made a lure out of it. You know, one thing's for sure, fishing lures can get very expensive. It's nothing to pay $10 or $15 for a good fishing lure. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if you could get a good fishing lure for a quarter? And I just happen to have 25 cents. I guess the first thing we need to do is now we got our holes put in it. We're gonna need some of those split rings. Don't get me wrong, I got tools in this toolbox, but when you're a YouTuber, you gotta have a YouTube junk drawer. We got our split rings. That's pretty cool right there. Daggum 25-cent fishing lure. Ain't but one thing left to do. And bam, I think it's gonna work. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, really, you think about it. How can you beat a 25-cent lure with the 1-cent lure? That's how you can be. Never mind.
Now that right there is awesome.
Lure number three. So I got to thinking, and I went to Hobby Lobby and started looking around at the jewelry section and the craft sections, and I was finding some stuff that you can make lures out of. I ran across these, which are really cool. They're called bracelet connectors. You just take a connector, you put a band on it, and boom, you got yourself a bracelet. Now there's a couple of cool things about these bracelet connectors that I like. One is it already has the holes in it. This one here's got butterflies on it. It's a little bit fancy. But I like that it's already got the curve in it. So you got your holes, you got your curve. You can get plain bracelet connectors made out of copper or stainless steel or sterling silver, you name it. And you can get them for less than 50 cents a piece. This one here was $2.99 because it's fancy. But we're just gonna have ourselves a fancy lure, ain't we? Since it's already got the holes in it, all we really have to do is put our split rings on both ends. One end I'm gonna put a swivel on it, so when I hook it to my line, I don't get line twist in it. On the other end, I'm gonna put a split ring, and then I'm gonna take some of these fancy Fusion treble hooks. Look at them things, they fancy as crap. But when you're done, you got yourself a cool spoon that's a lot like one you would buy, except for if you used the cheap bracelet connectors, you'd have about $1 into this one. This one's about $5. Plus, it's got butterflies on it, which is kind of cool. Anyway, handmade lure number 4. Found this pair of earrings at Hobby Lobby too. And the thing I liked about them is they had a hole on both sides, but the bottom side had a whole bunch of holes. Wonder what we can do with that. Now you know that's gonna catch a fish. It's freaking awesome. This is gonna be the new bass lure craze. Look, now when your buddy calls you and says, hey man, you wanna go fishing in the morning? You can go. I'll be there with bells on.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Lure number 5. Now this next homemade lure hack you've probably seen. It's been around a while, and it's pretty cool, and it works. But I can't leave it out just for those people that may not have seen it. What you do is you take yourself a bottle cap. It don't matter if it's a beer bottle cap, an RC cap, a Coca-Cola cap, it doesn't really matter. But you take this bottle cap, and you drill a hole on both sides. I find it easier to drill the hole from the inside of the bottle cap. After you get your hole drilled, you put a split ring in both sides. Then on one of the split rings, you want to put your treble hook. Well, now you got yourself a bottle cap lure. But something else that's cool that you can do with these bottle cap lures, if you got some BBs laying around, you can throw a couple of BBs in your bottle cap. Then you take a pair of pliers and you bend it over. And now you got yourself a bottle cap lure that'll still have some action, but it rattles. That's pretty cool too. Handmade lure number 6. Now while I was shopping at Hobby Lobby, I ran across these earrings and they are just awesome. They're incandescent, they're textured, and look at that. Look at that bend in them. You know these things gonna have some awesome action in the water. And these won't be much harder to build. But on these, you're gonna have to drill a hole. I'm gonna drill a hole in this little end, and we want the little end to be towards our rod and reel, because I think it'll have better action if these flaps are at the bottom. So the first thing I did was I drilled a hole in the top of the earring, or technically the bottom of the earring. Okay, so we got a hole put in it, but we got a lot of points sticking off on the end, so I'm gonna take some dikes and I'm gonna clip that off a little bit. Then I put the snap ring on the top to tie the line to, and then I put a snap ring on the bottom so it has somewhere to put my treble hook. But anyway, when you're done, you got a great looking incandescent lure that'll catch fish and that'll double as an earring. That's what I'm talking about. DIY lure number 7. I also got these round stamping blanks in the jewelry section at Hobby Lobby, and they're cheap, and you could take some of these and make a lure too. You can make some cool lures out of these little stamping blanks. Plus, I won't have to listen to everybody whining in the comment section about me defacing money.
Now that right there is awesome.
Anyway, lure number 8. So what if we took a regular old spoon lure and we got ourselves some Christmas earrings? Well, then you got yourself a Christmas lure. I mean, seriously. Listen to that. Listen. You know that thing gonna catch fish. Don't be jealous.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Alright, so now I just wanted to talk about some of the different things you could use for fishing lures. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could take a stainless steel washer, that'd work. You could take old tools and cut them apart. Use them for lures. And hey, that would be awesome. A key lure. The key to fishing. Well, those fishing lures turned out awesome, and the possibilities are endless. Look guys, if you like this video, click that like button. And that lets me know that you liked it, so I'll know whether to put more content out like it. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next build.
Now that right there is awesome.